What's up, guys? I see we got a few people that have already joined, getting everything set up. How you guys doing? Everybody doing pretty good? Can you hear me? Yes, the houndstooth. Absolutely. You can call me Ricky tonight. Hey, Chris, RBP, what's going on? Hope you're doing good. Hey, Devin, Nick, Rick, how's it going? Just giving everybody a couple minutes to get started and come join the show, whoever wants to join. Make sure I got all this set up right. The new car's doing good. Thank you for asking. We're about to break in that 1,500 mile mark tomorrow. We're at like 1,468 miles, something like that. Hey Jim, how's it going? Thank you, letter guy. It's Halloween, right? We'll go for Ricky from Trailer Park Boys. Tony should be here. He should be on the chat. I don't know if he'll be that active tonight or not, but he is watching. Maybe we can coax him out and get him to do some commenting, something like that. Hey, Mark, how's it going? You guys hearing me well? Everything set up good? Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't have one of those new 412-2s. Somebody else was asking me about that. I'll have to check them out. Thank you, Davin. I appreciate that. Man, we already got 62 viewers. How you guys doing? I appreciate you tuning in. We're going to get started here in a minute. I'm letting people get entered into the video here, and we'll get started here in just a moment. Thank you, Keith. Glad to hear that. It's always a little nerve-wracking doing these live shows. It's not really my forte, so I'm a little out of my element. Hey, John. Thanks for joining us. Hey, George. Appreciate you tuning in. Oh, we're up to 80. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? Well, I guess not as good a time as any to get started. Hello, everybody. Welcome to CountryBunker's Trains Live Show. We do have a special guest with us tonight, which we'll get to in a moment. Hope all of you are doing well. I'll be honest, we don't really have a whole lot to go over tonight. Figured we'd just hang out, talk some trains, and have a good time, have a few drinks. As always, since this is a live show, as some was suggested in the past, we'll do the CountryBunker's Trains drinking game every time we hear the horn. Of course, they don't want to work now, right? But yeah, every time we hear the horn, salute. And a big salute to all of you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Hope everybody's doing good. Been pretty busy here myself. I've been doing quite well actually, but we'll get into that here in a little bit. If you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free and make sure to comment them in the chat below. Throughout the video, I'll try and answer what I can, but we will do somewhat of a Q&A towards the end of the video, maybe a little bit later on. But like I say, if you got something to say, I'm keeping an eye on the chat. And our special guest will be keeping an eye on the chat as well, and we'll try to get everything answered. But without further ado, let's get to this special guest, right? Special guest, would you like to come on down?
Surprise!
Everybody, if you've been on the channel for a while, you might remember Heather.
Hey.
Heather is my sister.
You can tell.
No, who would have expected that, right? Maybe get you a little beard. We'll be
I shaved
talking.
for this one.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, how you doing?
I'm all right. I'm vibing.
You vibing? Yeah.
I'm vibing.
I didn't see you do a salute. Come on. Yes, there we go. Hold on. I'll cheers. Cheers, all of you. So, how was your trip down?
It was definitely like a 15-hour drive, and I definitely went through Ohio and Georgia. Besides that, it was fine. As a native Michigander, I have to hate Ohio for many reasons. And as someone who just has a lead foot, I hate it even more.
Oh, of course. Georgia's getting pretty bad, too.
I know, yeah, there was so many cops in Georgia. But it was fine. I drove it alone. I was a little nervous, but I lived my best van life dream and just drove down here to make sure I could make it to the live. But it was good, no tickets.
That's very good.
A lot of money on gas, though, but, you know,
Oh,
it was worth it.
Well, you said, what, only 3 stops or something
3 or
like that?
4-ish.
That's not that bad.
Yeah.
Hell, driving in one of my vehicles, I'm stopping every 100 miles, it
This
seems
is
like.
true.
But yeah, we're just hanging out. Heather came down. I actually got a little personal special announcement. Some of you may remember, Sabrina and I are getting married this year. It was in October. It's been bumped up. It's actually this week. So I've been real busy. We've been moving everything around, getting everything set up. We're getting married this weekend, so you can imagine things have been pretty hectic around here. A lot of planning and stuff going on. Hence, there hasn't been many videos and whatnot. And of course, with work and every other thing going on in everyday life, been pretty busy.
The new car.
Oh, absolutely. How'd you like the new car?
It was very nice. It's very different because he's always been like either trucks or like old cars. So like a new, smaller car, it has me shook.
But you liked it.
I did like it. I love the color, and it's a
Excellent.
very smooth ride.
Excellent. Thank you guys for the congratulations. I appreciate that. And hey, what the hell? Salute. But yeah, it's been pretty hectic. Like I say, prepping and getting ready for everything. All the families coming in this week. My family, Sabrina's family, friends and whatnot. I even was able to get Tony to come to the wedding. I had to twist his arm pretty hard, but I got him coming. That's pretty cool. But yeah, aside from that, nothing much else going on. Like I say, not a whole lot to report tonight. Just hanging out, BSing with you guys, and seeing what's good. Let's check out these comments.
Let's see.
Thank you guys once again for all the congratulations. I appreciate
A
that.
lot of those for sure. A lot of Ricky love for the shirt. It's actually my shirt. He is definitely
I'm
stealing
probably
it.
gonna steal it. Yes.
I was my 2 friends and I were the Trailer Park Boys for Halloween last year, and I was Ricky. Oh, let's see.
I'm definitely stealing the shirt.
And he will be. Someone's from Ohio? Die?
Oh my god. Why you gotta be like that? We're just hanging out, having a good time.
Let's see. There's some talk about the layout. I will give my thoughts and opinions on the layout, especially
let's
since it's been a
it.
bit since I've seen it in person. Obviously, I watch all the videos. What I want to very exaggerate is how much bigger it is in person. Like I said, I've seen it from like the beginning stages to now, and it's like it fills up a whole room.
You don't say.
Yeah, so it's crazy, and he keeps his like, I'm gonna do this and this. I'm like, you need a bigger house, I suppose. But yeah, everything is like much bigger in person, which is very cool. The trees that he makes, they're like, I've heard some hate on them, but I think they're really.
Oh, it's all good.
They look very good in person and everything.
She's referring to the Rice Krispie trees of the layout. I like them.
No, they're really good.
But now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. They aren't the best looking thing in the world. But I don't know
Being
if
humble.
I don't know if you guys have priced O-gauge trees lately. Whew, trees are expensive.
Yeah.
Those 4 little trees that I got around the bridge that we did a video on a little while back, it was $100 for those. These, what do we got? 5, 6 trees right here. I think I got like $4 or $5 into each one. I'll take it.
So yeah, like I said, I love it. I think it's turning out really great. I'm super excited, as you guys probably are, to see where it goes. Because again, it's been so much work, and it's very cool to see it like grow, and then hearing the plans and like for the finished product is very exciting.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So I very much approve of the layout. It's got my seal of approval.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, of course.
Oh, I am. I'm glad you like it.
No, it's very good.
It's definitely a lot of work. You know, a lot of people ask that quite a bit, like, oh, you must be rich or have all this time and money and yada, yada, yada. And that's what I love about this second layout that we have here. You guys have seen how slow it takes and the progress, how slow it is. It doesn't happen overnight. I don't have a bag of money hiding out back, as I've said before. And I'm sure everybody on here is the exact same way. It's not an overnight thing. It takes years to accomplish. And this layout, I think, shows that perfectly. And I hope people are enjoying seeing this one grow.
We have a comment here that says, "Is it even a layout if it doesn't fill the whole room?"
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'll drink to that. Salute. I have toyed with the idea with the garage out back, selling some of the toys out there and maybe putting a big layout out back. That would be really, really cool. But that would be a huge project. That might be a retirement type project. I see Halloween. Yeah, we did. Actually.
Yes. That's one of the topics we'll talk about.
Oh, yes. Heather and I are both big Halloween freaks.
We are.
We both love Halloween.
I have a pumpkin tattooed and everything. We're one of those annoying people.
Oh, we are. Hey, I don't care. But no, I've always been huge into Halloween stuff, Halloween decorations and all that.
Our parents used to be super big into it,
Oh,
too.
yeah, that was another part of our childhood, scaring the neighborhood kids, trick-or-treating and all that fun stuff. But with Heather coming down this week, that was one of our fun things to do. Yeah. We went ahead and decorated the house, got all the Halloween stuff up. And while we were in the process of that, we did get the Department 56 Halloween stuff up on the layout once again. It's been a couple of years since that stuff's been out, so it's pretty cool to see it. It's up where the farm's going to be, so obviously it's not permanent or anything like that. But it's cool to get it out and play with it. We'll have to do a video with that for sure in the future and check that stuff out. I did a little short the other day. A couple of you seem to enjoy that. Glad to see that.
Hopefully the last year of it to be out on the layout. It'll be done by next year.
Yeah, doubtful. Very, very doubtful. Hey, Robert, thanks for tuning in. I'm glad to have you here. Best holiday of the year, absolutely. Who doesn't love Halloween? And if they do hate Halloween, they're sick. Want nothing to do with that.
I agree, wholeheartedly.
Christmas is cool and all, but I'll definitely take Halloween any day of the week.
Yeah.
Rolling stock in your dinner room or dining room. You should see my spare room. That's where somebody's sleeping right now, actually.
Barely. It's about a bed.
I told her she can't breathe too hard while she's in there.
Really?
It ain't too bad, though, is it?
Well, you know, I'm used to it. Getting the train set up for the live show, we had to move a bunch of the cars, and he's like, "I have to put these in your room," and I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Hey, I put some in and I took some out.
He put more in than he took out.
Well, I got no comment
Anything
to
for
that.
the live show.
That's right. That's right.
I'm
well,
a stan.
actually, you had the fun of setting up.
I did.
For the
I
live
picked
show.
out every train you'll see.
I hope some of you will enjoy it. It's actually quite a few requests that we get throughout the videos. We do have some stuff that's not normally out and about running around. You want to go over what you picked out? We do have one casualty, which we'll get to here in a moment.
So when I was picking out the trains, it was simply based on looks. That's it. I don't know anything about trains, unfortunately. There was only one specific one, and it's not, I don't think it's around right now. I think it's over
It's
in the
coming.
back. Yeah.
It's coming.
That's the only one that I have. It was the one that my grandma bought him. He's talked about it a few times, so you guys will know. It's like the New York.
The New York Central.
Central.
The Hudson. That's RBP's favorite train, actually, too.
That one's just super sentimental. Shout out our grandma.
Here it comes.
But the rest
Scoot
of
over
them,
a little.
Okay.
Let him see it.
I
There it comes.
Right here.
This one, we did that big meet and greet a couple of years back. This one was at the Tony's
Oh
Roundhouse.
yeah. Yep.
There she is.
Oh, you gotta have a drink.
Oh, yeah, we do. But yeah, that was a fun time. You were there for that.
I was there for the meet and greet, of course. I filmed it all. You probably saw me. That video only turned out good because I did it. No.
Hey!
But again, that's the only one that I picked with like a reason. The rest of them are simply based on aesthetics, like what I liked. So the top one, I just liked the vibe.
You're always all over that Rio Grande.
Yeah, no, I have my favorites, and I saw in the comments earlier that someone had mentioned like they think I like the New Haven a lot, which I really do, but I didn't want to pick it.
No, I'm kidding.
Because I like it, but I didn't want to keep using it. And then the other one, the ones up there, I don't know what they're called, but like they're yellow.
Oh, the Union Pacific.
Yeah, like
those are another childhood one.
Yeah, so like I'm only sentimental for like those reasons. But again, anything on here, I was like, yeah, that looks all right. The only other one, if he's on, hopefully, we have the two cars, the beer cars for our friend Jake.
Oh, yeah.
So shout out Jake.
If you're watching, big shout out. Your Stroh's cars are out and about. They're roaming around. They're actually right there, as a matter of fact. Jake always loves the Stroh's cars. I picked him up a couple earlier this year. I'm going to have to get him to bring it down for the wedding. We'll run him around on the layout.
We'll have you sign them.
Shoot.
So yeah, that's the only reasons. It's nothing big or crazy. It was just like you have to pick like 400 trains, and I was like, all right.
400.
It feels like it.
Oh my goodness. Well, the one casualty that we did have, we were going to run that Z6 Challenger, and we got it on the track. I haven't ran that one in a little minute. And we got it running. It's running fine, but it needs a grease job. I turned it on a little bit here before the live show to get everything going, and it wasn't sounding too good, so we threw the Z5 Challenger on the outer tracks. But while we're on that topic, I know you're a traditional gal.
And I am. I always will be, and I just am.
Oh, I know.
Anyone who meets me is like, yeah, she would like traditional.
Heather's big into the post-war stuff. Heather's given me a bunch of grief. Some commenters have as well. We haven't been running post-war stuff, and I do agree we have not.
Traditional scale. Woo.
It's traditional or scale.
Okay.
I love my post-war stuff. You guys know that. We love it all here. But no, we have not been doing a whole lot of post-war stuff, simply because, honestly, I've sold a lot of it. Obviously, we got the F3s on the walls behind us, behind you guys, on the camera here. We do have a couple steamers down low. I get a lot of grief about doing post-war videos, but we don't really get a whole lot of reaction to the post-war videos. I get a lot of people that want to see them, but it doesn't seem like a whole lot of people are really that interested. Don't really get a whole lot of views, so I don't do a whole lot of videos on the post-war. But again, that's not necessarily the reason. I've obviously been gravitating towards the Big Daddy scale stuff. I just have that sickness, I guess. What can I say?
He's compensating.
Oh, yeah. Wow, there's quite a few engines around here that could be doing that.
No, I think I don't know. I like the look of them. I don't know. That's as low as it goes. It's like, yeah, I just think they look nicer. But, you know, I can respect the bigger ones, I suppose. Against my will, but I could try.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm not even going to go there.
Got him.
What do you guys like? Are you more into the post-war traditional style stuff? You like the scale stuff? Are you sick like me, sick in the head and like it all? What's your favorite stuff?
Traditional. I'll just say it. Everyone says traditional for sure.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Someone wants to hear the thoughts of Sabrina's opinion on the layout. Since it is her home.
It is,
She
yes.
does live here full
She
time.
does. I feel bad for her. No, Sabrina's great. I don't know too many gals that would put up with my shenanigans, and she handles it with style.
God bless her.
I don't know how many women out there would be quite all right with a big train room right basically outside their living room.
Outside their bedroom, too.
Yeah, outside the bedroom, too. And she handles it in stride. She doesn't really complain, doesn't have anything to say. It's not really her thing, but she knows I love it, so she just accepts it. Got some comments pouring in. What do we got? Little mix of everything, all of it? Absolutely.
Some
post-war
modern
stuff.
fans.
Modern tinplate. You know what? That is something I'd like to do someday. I'm not necessarily O gauge. I do want to get a standard gauge set for under the Christmas tree. I think that would be really, really cool. HO. I always wished I could get into HO. I have more of the space inclined for HO, but
No.
it just, meh. Again, I'm a big guy. I like big things. I can't help it. Big toys, big cars, big women. I can't help it.
Ugh.
Anything and everything is good. Absolutely.
A lot of people love your shirt still.
Oh, of course. Who wouldn't? Post-war and modern.
Yeah.
The Menards stuff. Yeah, we'll touch base on that. That was actually a question we'll get to here a little bit later on.
A lot of people love the modern, they're saying.
Can you blame them?
Yes.
Although I will admit the modern scale stuff gets very, very pricey. That's why you don't see trains falling out of my ears everywhere when it comes to the modern stuff.
Someone in their basement has O scale, OH, and N scale.
Oh, I want to come to your place.
Big old house.
That has to be awesome. N scale, yep. N scale's pretty cool. Real tiny stuff. What is the other one? Z scale, something like that. You can basically fit in a suitcase. It's crazy. I mean, it's really cool. HO and O.
Got a few more scales here. You guys are failing. T-scale. I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, I can't say I've heard of T-scale. Is that like the T-rail track? The old Lionel track? Leave the traditional in their boxes.
I'm sensing a lot of hatred.
Man, you're getting called out.
I guess so.
You're getting put on
Last
blast.
live show I'll ever be in. I can never show my face around here again.
O gauge or no gauge?
Yeah.
Yes, I'll drink to that. Scratch-built snowplow, O-scale, 3-rail, very nice. That's something I'm trying to dabble in, scratch building stuff. Obviously, we're playing with the scenery and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm ballsy enough to start scratch building cars or anything like that, but the scenery's been a lot of fun. Very time consuming, of course. There is a little bit of Coca-Cola in this glass mixed with something. No, I get asked that a lot. It's actually our boy Jack. I'm pretty...
I know.
Yeah, I know.
No, we've met.
Yes, absolutely. But no, Jack and Coke's my drink. I mean, I partake in anything. I'm not a big vodka guy.
And I'm like, vodka.
Yeah.
No, I like vodka, anything fruity. I don't want to taste the alcohol. I am weak.
Well, the good thing is since she's really the main vodka drinker, we buy it when she comes. Nobody else will touch it. So when she comes back a year or whenever later,
Perfect.
It's right there waiting for her.
No, Jack's just any dark liquor. I'm like, no, I don't think so.
Jub got in a set of FEC F7s today. Congrats, Jub. Awesome.
What's
PGK.
the status on the Halloween scene? It's up.
It is up. We'll do a video on that in the future. I don't want to mess with the camera work or anything right now, but we'll do some videos on that coming up. Bud Light, no. Not a beer drinker myself.
God, no.
Yeah,
Oof.
I'm out.
No natty either. No natty
No,
daddy.
I'm definitely out on that. That's more our old man style.
Yeah. Shout out Josh.
Well, anyway, we've been going over the layout and whatnot. We do have some big plans for ourselves tomorrow. We might be making another special appearance.
If you can call it that, yeah.
Oh, of course, of course. It's all in good fun, isn't it?
Just vibing.
So obviously Heather's visiting. We've been trying to fit in as much as we can. We did go to the beach just yesterday. Went down to St. Augustine. Had some fun there. How'd you enjoy that?
I definitely got a little burnt.
Yeah, me
I
too.
am very white.
It's all good. As long as you
SPS
heal
50.
for the most part by Saturday, we'll be all right.
If I'm red in the wedding pictures, it's canceled. Sorry, Sabrina.
But no, tomorrow we got a big day lined up for tomorrow. We're gonna head down to Orlando. It's about a 2 to 3 hour venture from us here around Jacksonville. The big thing, which I saw with Sabrina just a couple weeks ago, a month ago, Oh, excuse me. We're going to go to the new Titanic Museum that just recently went up earlier this year, I want to say, within the last 6-7
Yeah.
months. I showed Heather some pictures of our trip going there. She got a little jealous, just had to go.
One thing you guys should know about Zach is his hobbies are his main personality points.
Oh, again, it's big, I'm telling you. Big things attract big guys. I can't help it.
This man loves Titanic so much. Any documentary book, anything written about the Titanic, he's seen it. My friend had texted me yesterday. She was like, they just released brand new footage, like high res of Titanic stuff. And I told him, he's like, I probably already saw it. I probably took it. I was like, he probably did. So, yes, I've been, you and me when we were younger, we went to the Titanic Museum once
we went to
with like grandma and mom.
Yep.
And then I've been to one up north at the Henry Ford Museum. That was in a video he's done here too. They had a Titanic exhibit years ago when I was in high school, and a friend and I went. And then this one, I'm gonna guess is probably roughly the same because they're like, here's a hunk of the Titanic, and then touch the iceberg.
Yeah.
But of course I love it because you know.
Oh, so you give me all this grief.
No, I do
And
love
you're
the
all excited
Titanic,
to
but
go see it.
I'm not a Titanic fan as much as him. Like, yes, I love the movie.
Oh,
I love
so
it
much
too,
more.
sure. I love it too. So, but no, I do want to go to that because it's just always fun, and I love museums and all that kind of stuff.
It'll be a lot of fun. You can do a lot there too.
Yeah.
You can. They got me real good last time. I spent the
They really
$250 to do all their little green screen pictures and all that stuff. We're not doing that this go around.
That you think of.
Well, hey, if you're game, I'm game, but I'm good. But we'll be doing that. I don't know if you guys know, but there is actually a DeLorean DMC dealership down in Orlando. Last time we went down.
Another personality trait from back in the day.
Yeah, I'm showing my age, Back to the Future. But but no, they do have a DMC dealer down there. You guys know I'm pretty big into cars. That was a really cool sight. Last time we went, they were closed, so they had all the gates closed, but all the cars were out in the parking lot. Oh, that was awesome. I think they'll be open tomorrow, so we might...
So we're going to buy one.
Yeah, maybe. You never know.
Make sure to like and subscribe so we can afford one.
Hey, I wouldn't turn it down. No, it's not happening. We already got a new car. But on top of that, we got the trip to Orlando, where we might make a special guest appearance. We might actually go over to see Tony once again.
We might.
I mean, we're
go.
definitely going to see. But tonight is the train club night over at Roundhouse South Trains. And of course, guys, as before, that's Roundhouse with an R. I had to. But seriously, having the train club tonight, I haven't been to one of their train clubs yet, so I'm going to try and go. Heather's going to go with me. We'll go hang out. If any of you guys are local, by all means, make sure to come see us. Roundhouse South Trains in Port Orange, Florida. Train club night starts, I believe, what do you say, 7 p.m.?
Something like that, yeah.
The store normal hours are 9:30 to 5. But train club's going to start at 7. I already discussed with Tony. You're more than welcome to come around 7 o'clock. You don't have to be in the quote-unquote club. You're more than welcome to come in. If you want to make any purchases or anything like that, store will be fully open, stocked with what they got. Come on down. It'd be a cool time.
Get your picture with Country Bunker himself.
Yeah, no, you don't need to be
He'll
doing
wear
all
the
that.
Ricky shirt and all.
We don't need to be going through all of that. But it would be cool to see some people come out.
The meet and greet was very fun. You guys are all very cool.
You gotta go grab that article.
Where is it?
Yeah, it's in the room under the
Somewhere.
Titanic bag, yeah.
Under the Titanic.
Under the Titanic bag. Let's check out some of these comments. Tomorrow night at 7, there's Tony right there, Roundhouse South. Make sure to swing on by. Rail Chief, we'll get into that here in just a moment. I will not be doing York this year, but we'll discuss that here in a moment. Randy, I do know Tony actually, it doesn't have any ES44s. I don't think he does. I'll let him reply in the comments below. But he did just get in those F3s, those FEC F3s that he had made. I don't know if you'd be interested in those. Those are some really cool engines. Last time I was in, he had an ABBA. Both A's are powered. It's a really nice setup. I wish I could have jumped on it, but I got other stuff going on at the moment. Is there? Oh, there's 3 Rail Tom saying there's one on eBay. you bring the goods?
I brought the goods.
You guys, since Heather came down, she did bring me my birthday's at the end of this month. Brought a little birthday gift. Check out, what is it, a picture or is it a painting?
It's a picture. I think it's card.
a picture?
Oh, this card used to be in there.
Check that out. That came from Art in the Park up in Pinckney, Michigan.
The artist used to have his card. I feel bad because he was such a great artist. Like there was so many train pictures.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and so I went through and for I don't know if you guys are. I like all the artsy fartsy stuff. For this, the price I paid for this is super good for like a beautiful print like this.
No, it is. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, so
it's got such a great resolution to it. It's kind of confusing. It almost looks like a painting, but it's done so well.
Like he has a bunch of trains, like a lot of abandoned stuff in the woods, stuff like that. So he's a really great like photographer. And I saw it and I was like, I know someone who would just eat that up.
We definitely got to find a space for it here in the train room. Although space is at a premium. And then she found this. I forgot all about this.
The gem.
This was a newspaper clipping from February 19th, 1996. Little country bunker and his old man. At a
Shout out Josh.
Shout out Josh at a train show. I don't know how I made it in the newspaper, but there I am right there. Dad's right behind me, pointing at something. Of course, that's an HO layout. How cool is that? She found that in the basement a little while back. I about had a heart attack. I don't even remember doing this or when we had it. Obviously they did. They had it laminated, but that's pretty cool.
It was in Grandma's stuff.
She brought a couple other things. Where's Grandpa's picture?
Those two.
This is the one. Check out this. Now, again, forgive me. I'm not exactly the train expert, as I've said in the past. I'm more into it for the toys. But here's an old Penn Central engine. What is that, a GP35? Something like that. I don't know if you guys can make it out or not. Pretty cool picture. The picture was shot in Dexter, Michigan on November 8th, 1975 at 12:12 p.m. I thought that was pretty neat.
He was super big into photography, our grandpa, and there's like so many train pictures that he took. He loved trains, so you guys can kind of see it runs in the family.
Yeah. Well, we got some of his stuff the last time. I got a couple of his old model railroading magazines from you guys and stuff like that.
Our uncle tried to give you his trains and
stuff. There's some more trains up there we're still hunting for.
That whole generation just had they had to have at least one train.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Any other goodies? I think that was pretty much it.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Yeah, just some other knickknacks
just some random
and
stuff from the basement.
But I appreciate you bringing that stuff.
That's why I drove. I brought him some track, too.
You did. It's actually over there. We needed it, too. We got that switching yard that we got to build.
Someone's asking if Sabrina's a Michigander herself.
Sabrina is not. Sabrina is actually a military brat or a Navy brat. She was born in Guam. Her mother was in the Navy, so she's been all over the world. Excuse me. They ended up here in Florida 15 years ago, something like that. Eventually her mother retired from the Navy, and they've stuck here ever since. I moved down here.
Zach likes to forget that he's a Yankee.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. I've cut that part of my life out. But no, I moved down around 2009, 2010, and met her a year later. But we've always together been here in Jacksonville, Florida area. I have taken her up to Michigan. She got to experience snow for the first time several years ago. Wasn't as bad as she initially thought. It was fun though. We had at the time, a little 5-speed, 2-wheel drive Jeep Cherokee from the 90s.
Yeah.
That was fun in the snow. She was having a heart attack going around some of the corners, but I had a blast. Let's check out what other comments we got.
Some people want some more horns going off. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. I'm here to oblige.
A lot of questions about York. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll get to that here in a moment. We're not going to be going this October, but give us a minute. We'll discuss that.
Someone said their favorite Western movie was Back to the Future 3.
Hey, excellent. I cheers again, but I just cheers. Rail Chief's working on restoring an old Pennsylvania N5C caboose. Oh, how cool is that? That's awesome. What are you restoring it into? Are you just going to restore it completely and leave it as is, or are you building it into anything? I have tempted and thought about because we got a space right here in front of the garage. How cool would it be to put a car out there and maybe build a layout in that? I think that'd be awesome. The cars don't seem that expensive. The cars themselves, it's the transportation and setting them up on your property.
Some people are coming in late, want to know what kind of trains we have running.
We got a few. We got the Rio Grande SD45 running, the New York Central Hudson running around, streamlined. We have the Jersey Central F3s, ABA running, and we also have the Northern Pacific Z5 engine running, kind of the godfather of the layout, the queen of the layout, whatever you want to call it. My pride and joy.
Someone said they adopted Zach to the south. You're official, I suppose.
I appreciate that. We do have some other engines over on the second layout, but again, I don't really want to mess with the camera tonight. I'm afraid of losing connectivity and stuff like that. But we do have some modern stuff over on the new layout at the moment. None of it's running, though, because obviously we're all set up on it.
A lot of questions, just general questions. So, if you want to start answering them?
We'll get there in a moment.
Okay.
Let's see what else we got. A lot of these questions are redundant, so we'll get to them. Do I have any MTH John Deere? I do not. I'm not opposed to it. I just haven't picked any up. Does CSX have a headquarters here in Jacksonville? Honestly, I'm not sure. I see a lot of CSX stuff running around. But again, I'm not a huge rail fan person per se. I think it's cool to see, but I don't track any of it down. I do see some FEC here and there, but aside from that, I'm not really big into the rail fanning. I have heard that about Clay County, and we're in Clay County. Luckily, I haven't had to fight with that. Actually, the room we're standing in, again, I didn't deal with this at the time. I don't know if the previous owners of this house pulled a permit for this added-on sunroom that we're standing in. Luckily, they did a good job of building it. It's sound, it's structural, but I don't know if they actually pulled a permit for that, and that might be the reason why. But again, this was 20, 30 years ago, something like that.
Someone says there's a lack of smoke in the train room.
Yeah, there is, and that's another question we'll get to in a moment.
Very rare occurrence.
That's not very rare, but I don't work a whole ton of it. Delaware coastline. That's pretty cool. Do I have any plans of putting up any animated accessories? Honestly, I don't at the moment. I did pick up one of those newer Lionel fake news stands, and I did have that on this layout a while ago. Some of you guys that have been with us for quite a while may remember the layout that's actually in front of us behind you guys used to be kind of a post-war inspired layout. It was constructed out of old tubular track, Menards tubular, Lionel tubular, a mix of some Marks pieces, even as a matter of fact, and old 22 switches. I did have a couple operating accessories on it, but that was it. It was mainly just, track on a table. But we redid it. We're in the midst of redoing it, widened the curves, swapped out the track. But I don't see putting a whole lot of operating accessories back on it. I'm trying to keep it in that realistic realm or that realistic world, if you know what I mean.
It's a thinner part of the layout as well.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Don't have near as much open space to contend with over on this layout. The bird don't care. You're absolutely right, Randy. And that's the attitude I like to keep around here. Oh, we're there. Do I have any Long Island stuff? I do not. I'm not real picky when it comes to road names or anything like that. Whatever appeals to my eye is what I go for. I'm not opposed to any Long Island stuff. MPC stuff, I think I have a couple cars. I don't have any engines. Mainly just post-war and modern.
Someone loves your flashing clouds.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's a big hit on the channel. I love them too.
He trash mounts them all the time.
They are. I don't want to bad talk them. They are a little bit of a pain. They haven't been that bad. And we'll do a video on this in the future because I get a lot of comments and questions on the clouds. We did do a surprise video a little while back. The clouds are awesome, and I don't want to take away from them by any means. They do, after a while, start to sag a little bit, especially in this room. Again, this room is an addition off of the house, so the roof isn't near as thick as the roof over the main part of the house. So the roof here puts up with a lot more heat, a lot more cold. Whenever it rains, I mean, it's just, there's a lot more temperature fluctuation here in this room compared to the rest of the house. And I think that plays a little bit of a part of it too. But over time, it seems like, I think it's been up, 8 months or so? The adhesives in some spots start to give way, and the clouds start dropping down. I'll come home from work one day, and sometimes there's cloud laying on the table, or maybe it's still hanging, clinging on by a couple threads, and it kind of pisses you off. You will notice, like I say, we'll go over this in a video in the future, but there's a couple spots in the cloud now that look a little bit thinner than what they used to be, or compared to other areas. It's because I've had to remove some material to keep the cloud up. But the base itself is stuck up, the lights are fine. It's just the clouds where maybe I didn't apply enough glue at the first, or the initial putting them up, or just the glue giving out over all the temperature changes. But we'll do a video on that in the future, like I say. Thank you, I'm glad you like them.
Be an awesome how-to on the cloud video.
Like I say, we did do a how-to video a little while back. Comment on another video and I'll try and post a link to it, or send me an email. You can find my email on the About page here on the channel. We did a video on that, as well as a video on the scenic backdrops that we installed. Again, it was probably 8-9 months ago. We installed those together. The sky is falling, yes. Luckily, it hasn't completely fallen, just bits and pieces at a time.
You really can't tell unless you knew.
Yeah, and I get them right back up. I do get nervous. I'm not worried about it now because the layout's barren. It's empty. There's really just track on it. Now we got that bridge over there. So my big ass can get up there just fine and start putting the clouds back up.
It's quite a sight to see him get on. It was very shocking the other night when he did it.
Her jaw hit the ground. What? How do you think I get up here? But no, once we do get like scenery and stuff, yeah, that's going to be kind of a pain. So I'm glad that the layout's not growing that fast, because like I say, I can still get up there and mess with it, but I do worry about it in the future. If I get buildings or mountains or, foam and whatnot, obviously I can't climb across that to fix it at that time. Any sunset or third rail stuff? I do not. I do want to pick some up. I want to try it out. I can't say I'm overly ecstatic to hear or to see them. I don't know how to word that. I do want to see them. That didn't sound that good. I would like to try some
the
third
liquor's
rail.
Talking.
Yeah, it is. The liquor is starting to talk. The liquor's calling the shots.
Brandinator.
Yeah. I would like to try out some third rail stuff to check out their detail. From the videos and stuff I hear, third rail stuff is second to none. But at the same time, I'm pretty used to Lionel Legacy or DCS Proto Sound 3 control. And I feel like since those only come with TMCC control, I feel like they were lacking a little bit, if you know what I mean. But I'm not opposed to that by any stretch of the imagination. What else we got going on?
Someone wants a Mopar locomotive.
They made a switcher set
Someone
back
said
in the
they're on
90s.
eBay, yeah.
Yep. Hey, Florida Railroad Dog, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Salute. Glad to have everybody here. I hope you're having a good night.
Any tips on making landscaping on the layout? Professional over here.
Yeah, no. That is not me. Take your time, honestly. Like I say, it doesn't happen overnight. And experiment. Get your hands dirty. Try it out. If you don't like it, don't be afraid to rip it out and redo it. I was talking with somebody just the other day. The pink foam insulation is us model railroaders' best friend. I can't say how much I use that stuff, and for many different ways of using it. I use it for finished scenery. I use it as the body to make the scenery, hidden under scenery to raise stuff. I can't say enough about it. Got a lot of comments coming in.
Someone said to put your oldest engine against your newest engine. See them like race or something.
Maybe we can do that in the future. Are you talking like my personal oldest engine or the actual oldest engine here in the collection?
videos are something I always look forward to. You remind me of myself 30 years ago. Make me feel young.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Very
Glad to have you
sweet.
here. Oh, I just lost the comment. Something about 60-foot boxcars, I think it was. Those are my favorite. Yes, Randy, you are absolutely correct. I have not found it over an inch. In fact, I think all the stuff I always get is 3/4 inch. I'm always too cheap to buy the big 4x8 sheet, so I always buy the pre-cut. Was it like 2 foot by 2 foot or 2 foot by 4 foot sections? But it works out well. I don't use it in that big enough batches to warrant buying 4x8 sheets. And they usually, like my MDF board that I had left over from the red bridge that I reused for the bridge over here, hung out in the garage for the last year. And the garage isn't climate controlled, so the moisture started to get to it. Thank you, Rex. I appreciate that. Train guy, which layout are you talking about? The layout behind us, I'm assuming? This layout was 20 years in the making, to be honest with you. It's got bits and pieces from my childhood all the way up to current time items. Got a little mix of everything on it. I love this layout. I'm super happy with it. A lot of people enjoy the big red bridge that we built on it. A lot of people really seem to enjoy that. Again, this bridge is 1/2 inch MDF board with 3/4 by 3/4 inch legs, wood, like trim wood, and TW Trainworks side skirts. We did just do that last year, maybe a year and a half ago. I get a lot of questions on that. That's why I go into detail about it. But yeah, it's got a good mix of everything on it. Some accessories in the back, like I say, are 20, 30 years old. Some newer stuff up here as well. This layout was finished, probably 7, 8 months ago. I still got some stuff to do to it. The one thing, again, I really like it. The one thing that it does lack that I do love about our new layout over here is see how flat it is? There's no hills, there's no nothing. It's just flat area with track. And again, at the time and place when I was building it, that was perfect. I didn't care. But I'm trying to step my game up, if you know what I mean, and I want to get a little bit more intricately detailed, give the scene some more depth. So that's why I love this new layout, being able to add hills and stuff like that. New York Central, Collinwood Yard, any post-war? Absolutely. We discussed that earlier. Like I say, I haven't been running them a whole lot, being that I've been getting into the big scale stuff. But yeah, we got post-war stuff still here. My F3s ain't going anywhere. Those are my babies. The Rail Chief, the new Amtrak Genesis by Lionel. I'm not opposed to it. Not really my thing, but I'm not against it, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I'd jump on it. The Acela, yeah, that's pretty cool. I like the original Acela. I didn't like all the fantasy road names or road numbers. I'm out on any of that. But hey, while we're sitting here answering questions, I did post in the community tab the other day if you guys had any questions for the live show or comments. And we did get a couple. I figured we could answer some of those here real quick. And again, this pertains to some stuff that I'm seeing here. Somebody did ask, what are my thoughts on Lionel plug-and-play accessories? I think they're good, depending on what you're looking at. I've got a couple. The one thing I do not like about the plug-and-play and accessories, I need another drink, right? The one thing I do not like about them, at least the ones that I purchased, I don't know if they've changed here recently, but they come with a little terminal that you got to plug in, I believe, into the Fast Track. And then if you want to appropriately plug it into a transformer, they sell you a pigtail that you can plug into that and then run the bare wires out to the transformer. I'm kind of old school. I wish there wasn't the little clip or pigtail or whatnot. I just cut those off and run the wires straight to the transformer. But aside from that, I have no issue with the actual accessories themselves. I think we got a couple actually on this layout. There's a little working rail yard in the back there. It has that F3 that's being cut apart. That actually did give out a little while back. But I'm not talking bad about it. I just had it running all the time. We got that. And I got another piece too. Honestly, I don't remember where it is. The liquor's calling the shots right now, so we're rolling with it, right?
We are.
You're being awfully quiet.
I'm kind of a fraud. He's like all these things about trains, and I'm like,
Oh my goodness.
I'm not much of the expert on it. I'm just here because I support him.
Just vibing, right? Having a drink and hanging out.
I'm here for the free liquor.
Okay, Randy.
Just got a comment. He is the liquor, correct?
Absolutely. The liquor is calling the shots. Next question. What are my thoughts on Menards? Do you think they'll become a big player in the hobby since MTH has left? Well, I hate to burst your bubble. MTH has not left. MTH is still MTH is still in business, as a matter of fact. Granted, not near what they used to be, but they are still chugging along. A lot of you know I'm a big MTH guy. But no, I love Menards stuff. I'm a huge fan of their accessories. I've got quite a few of them sprinkled out.
I like Menards stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as like they put out that Santa Fe last year, earlier this year, whatever it was, as a beta test. I don't know if anything's happened since then. I didn't get to try one of those out. I'd love to try one of them out. The cars, I'm not the biggest fan of their rolling stock. That's me personally. Nothing against it, per se. Again, I'm big into the scale stuff lately. And they don't do a whole lot of scale stuff. A lot of their stuff is traditional style. I did have some of their coal hoppers. They were pretty decent cars for the money. But again, I just got big into the scale stuff, so I sold that stuff off, and I think the person who ended up getting them loves them. So nothing bad to say there. I'm really big on their accessories, their buildings and stuff like that. They make some really cool stuff.
I think I've bought, I think like at least one of the buildings for him from Menards as like a Christmas gift, and I like the. I feel like it's very easily accessible. I can't talk because I am the liquor as well.
Got him.
But like, as I'm sure everyone on here knows, that like hobby stores are such like a dying like thing. Like there's not a lot of them anymore. So I would say it's very hard to get into this hobby if like you're someone starting now. So I think it's very nice that they're very available. Like everywhere has Menards, at least in the Midwest.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's everywhere.
No, it's not down here.
Yeah, but if you're up in the Midwest, you can get it.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
That's
so I think,
a good
and
point.
it's a good price too. Like, because you have to start somewhere. Like, right, like he said, he's had like most of this stuff since we were kids. So like, obviously, our parents during the recession wasn't going to buy like the big ones now.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good way to start, or if you just like it, I don't know the difference between like the high end and the lower end.
Absolutely.
But I really love the buildings, a lot of them. I am partial to the woodland scenic ones because I just think they're but like everyone probably
honestly,
likes them.
a lot of us were talking. I think Woodland Scenics and Menards shares the same manufacturers.
I could believe that, like the ones I've seen
because they
from
look
Menards
that
are
good and they come in the same style packaging. I don't know if any of that's true or not, but I could definitely see it.
I could see that as well. So I think it's just a great like alternative or just like what you prefer.
And I think that's the mindset when looking at Menards that you have to have. Kind of know what you're getting. Yeah, it's nice stuff, but it's not the high-end, top of the line stuff. If you go in with the expectations of, not necessarily beginner or entry level, maybe intermediate, but as long as you have that or beginner style setup in your mind, then I think you'll be more than happy with it. Don't buy one of their pieces or products thinking it's going to be a high-end scale Lionel or MTH piece. Just go in there thinking you're buying a toy or buying a nice accessory for your setup or your layout and whatnot. But no, I love MTH.
He does love MTH.
But I love Menards stuff. Like I say, we got a bunch of it here. Mm-hmm. We're going to start a war here. I see this on every Facebook group, every O-Gauge forum. Which is better, Lionel Legacy or MTH DCS? Well, damn it, I'm here to put an end to this war. MTH DCS for life.
Got him.
It's not fair for me to give you an answer, to be honest with you. I don't have a legacy system. I have a few legacy engines here, but I don't have a legacy system to utilize them. Hopefully that's changing here in the future. I'm not very happy with the way that's working out and how we're going to have to be able to run them in the future with their base 3. I'm not opposed to the base 3. I'm not opposed to change. I'm not real big on using my phone as a remote.
Definitely his phone with the flowers.
Yeah, I love a remote. I mean, this is the most tactile way to use it. I don't care if it's old school, whatever you want to call me, an old bum, whatever. I don't care.
I've called him worse.
Yeah, I love a remote. And to think, the legacy remote's going away, that's kind of a burn. But that's me personally. I know, again, that's not going to hinder me or stop me from trying it out. I just wish it had a remote. So like I say, I can't really give an honest answer to that question. You guys know, if you've been around for a while, I love them all. I really do. I've got Lionel, MTH, both of the big two manufacturers here. I am partial to MTH. As I've mentioned several times in the past, I've just personally had better luck with my purchases. Again, others' taste and experiences may differ. Theirs might be the exact opposite, but most of my MTH stuff runs and is right out of the box, whereas unfortunately I can't say the same about Lionel. Yeah. Well, you guys have seen it. I mean, I've done a bunch of videos this last year of the new stuff coming in, and yeah, none of it's that bad or not fixable, but it's like, man, you just spent all this money on this and it's acting up, huh? Really makes you go,
Oh.
But again, that doesn't stop me from enjoying and buying it. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Enough of that.
I'm gonna get another drink. Do you want one?
Yeah, I'll take another drink. One more salute for this one. Thank you, Heather. Mm-hmm. But moving on, Jim Melchin, I believe that is. I hope I'm not butchering that. Asked if we could run some F units, and as I mentioned earlier, we do have some F units running in the background, some F3s. The Jersey Central F3s are running on this second inner track. This is pulling our military load. Heather likes this train a lot. I don't know if she's real big on the cars getting pulled along with it, but she does like the engine quite a bit, and I do too. This was an engine out of the MTH's last catalog. What was it, 2020 Volume 2? But that was one of my first items that I ever pre-ordered. So we do have some F units running around. I hope you're enjoying them. I don't know how much you can see them behind us. What else do we got? This one was kind of a two-part question. Do I always run locos with my sound on? Yes, I do. All my newer stuff, I always have the sound on, unless we have company over, obviously, and then right now when we're doing a live show, the sounds themselves are turned down so we can hear ourselves think. Or if guests don't want to hear them, they're watching TV out in the living room. I do turn the sound down, but I don't turn it completely off. And the second part to that question is, how much smoke fluid do I go through monthly? Believe it or not, I actually don't run the smoke units a lot of the time when I'm by myself. Once in a while I do kick them on, and of course we do big smoky videos here on the channel, but I don't run it a whole lot when I'm in here by myself. Normally when people come over to check them out, or if I just feel like putting on a smoke show. But aside from that, yeah, I don't run them a whole lot. But if I were running them all the time, yeah, I'd be chewing through some smoke fluid. I probably go through, what is it, little 60 ml bottle or whatnot, at least every other few days. We got any other questions here in the live chat? What am I drinking? We're doing some Jack and Coke. I think Heather's got some fruity vodka and juice going right now. You guys got anything going tonight? I know it's the middle of the week. Again, I'm on vacation, so I'm soaking it up and eating it all up. Thank you, George. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like the layout. Bullet and 7-Up, very nice. What kind of engine do you want, Elk River? Steam engine, diesel? Water, can't go wrong there, absolutely. Daniel White, thank you for the kind words.
There you go.
Thank you, Heather. Ooh, that's a tall one. You got anything you'd like to add while I'm scrolling through these comments?
Let's see. People are asking what I'm drinking. Like I said, I am weak when it comes to liquor. I like the fruity stuff.
You're weak.
I am weak. So in here I have like 3 different liquors that are kind of fruity.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I thought I was getting to
I know. When my friends were in college, we used to go out and drink a lot more, and I did a lot of Long Islands and like sex on the beaches when we went to our karaoke bar. But that still hasn't changed much. I don't drink like during the week because I'm like,
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Contrary to popular belief on these videos, I don't drink that much.
But like you said when I was making it, I'm on vacation as well. I'm here. I've been here since Saturday, like at a 7-ish, and I'm gonna leave like after the wedding sometime. So it's like a week, a little over a week that I'm just here, not having to think about like bills or like going to work. So I'm having a lot of drinky poos. But yeah, like I said, this like is I think there's Jim Beam apple in here, vodka, and something else. I don't remember. Whatever he has on the couch.
You are adventurous.
No, I
guess I'll be cleaning up after the show tonight.
I don't puke. I puked once. But yeah, so when I drink, I drink. That's about it. When I made his drink, it was a lot of liquor. So the little more booze than a little Coke.
Somebody asked me the other day if there was anything mixed in with my Coke. I didn't know you could drink Coke by itself. Who does that?
Weak.
Any other questions? Anything on your guys' mind? While you guys are thinking about it, make sure to comment them below. We'll try and get them answered. Like I say, we don't have a whole lot going on. We do have some new purchases that we're currently waiting on. We do have one pre-order that I've been waiting on quite a while, but honestly, I'm kind of glad that it hasn't shown up yet. I do have an order in for those new Atlas So big auto carrier cars. I think those were announced, a little over a year ago, maybe something like that. I thought they were due in, but luckily they have not come in. I got the whole set. I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be a really big set here in this room. Those are some big cars. But I think those are going to be pretty cool. We do have that Norfolk and Western Class A, our first Vision Line engine, coming here to the train room. That's going to be awesome. I'm really surprised Lionel states that that'll run on 054 curve. I'm going to put that to the test when it gets here.
Hater.
We got 054 on the center of this layout. I think that'd be interesting to see if that big monster would handle that those curves.
I don't know if you answered this while I was gone, but someone asked where's the big boy.
We're looking at it. It's on.
I got a lot of hate of this last night.
Thank you guys. I appreciate the love. Someone didn't want to run. I did agree to an extent. It has been in a lot of the recent videos. But someone said, no, we got to park that one. Nobody wants to see that BS.
That cheap stuff.
Salute to you, my friend. Thank you.
I'm not. No. I got an earful last night. Like, oh, my big boy. That's my dream.
That's pride and joy right there. No, I did. We've been showing that one a lot in the recent videos. So that one and the S1 came down. Bacardi and Coke, you're going straight to our friend Jake. That's his
Shout
drink.
Out Jake.
Yeah. But aside from that, that was new purchases we're waiting on. I did order a 60-foot box car out of the most recent Lionel catalog. That was the only thing I ordered. I didn't order anything else. Nothing else really spoke to me. We went over that in a previous video, though. What else do we got?
What's your favorite scent of smoked food? I do know this one.
Well, there's two of them. We got two new ones. Which one?
Well, I know the OG, which is the Christmas scent.
That is the big one. And here, grab them. Because that's a pretty popular question.
All of them? Or just the Christmas tree?
Let me see that one. So Christmas, I think it's Christmas, yeah. Christmas from MTH. Can't go wrong with this. This is a really nice scent. This is good year round. I love this stuff. The new ones that we got, not that one. Gingerbread, JT Mega Steam. This stuff's really, really good. And Tony just recently got these in. Maple Sugar. This one is really good. It's very potent. You can smell it right now, even though the bottle's closed.
Smells like buttered rum. That's what I guess.
Yeah. We do have popcorn as well. Not my favorite. I do not endorse this one. It smells really good in the bottle.
No discount code.
Yeah, no. This ain't Trains with a Z. Get out of here. But no, seriously, I joke. This is not recommended by me. It smells really good in the bottle, but when you burn it through the engine, I'm out. I didn't like it. And that's all of them. That's all we got at the moment. The coal-fired one is so old it's lost all of its scent. What do you guys enjoy? What's your guys' favorite scents? Christmas scent and bacon. I can't see. I've seen the bacon one. I'd be down to try that.
No.
Oh, Rail Chief loves the popcorn. Oh, you're a sick dog. No, I'm kidding.
Got him.
It's like I say, it smells really good in the bottle, but I wasn't impressed with it in the engines.
Peppermint smoke and with cinnamon.
That's interesting.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
My grandkids
Hickory.
love the lemon scent one. That one would probably be pretty good. I love the lemon.
They do have the JT Eliminator. This has like a lemony citrus Lysol smell to it.
There's a pumpkin
smells
pie
really
one.
good.
You have to get that tomorrow. Tony,
Pumpkin pie.
please put that in stock. Shout out Tony. I'm a good type of sick. Root beer.
Yes, I agree. Root beer, I think I have tried that one before. The only thing I don't like about doing all the different scents is
Yeah.
you can't really mix them. Once I put them in an engine and you try and run something else, I never have good luck with trying. I've used the Eliminator in several engines. For instance, that Unshrouded J that we recently got, the previous owner, I believe, was using MTH's coal scented smoke fluid, which is very potent. I've got a bottle of it behind me on the shelf. I think he was running that through the engine for many years. So I ran this Eliminator through it several times for a couple weeks, but I just can't kill the scent. I tried running one of the newer scents, maybe that would mask it. Now it just smells like burning rubber running around the layout. It's horrible. Mike's actually going to get this engine tomorrow. I'm going to have him swap out the smoke wick inside it and get it swapped out so we can run some of this new maple through it.
Someone said to mix pine and campfire. Pine is like my favorite like candle scent, like Christmas tree ones. So I fully endorse that one as well.
Hey, Southern Rail fan, thanks for joining us. Glad to have you here. Salute.
Tony doesn't have it in stock. Tony, we're going to a different train store now.
No, we're not. The old school smoke, the old smoke pellets, yeah, you can't go wrong with that scent either. Hey, Randall, thanks for joining us. Glad you stopped in. But yeah, a lot of people were asking earlier about York. I am hoping to actually do York here somewhat fairly recent, or somewhat soon, excuse me.
The liquor.
Yeah. We won't be doing October this year. Won't be doing the October York. No, it's not because Lionel's not going to be there or anything like that. I'm not even going to touch that one. I've been talking with Tony. We got a few guys lined up. We are talking about making the trip and shooting up for the April York of 2023. I think that'll be fun. You going to come with us?
I have 2 weddings I have to be a part of next year, so we'll see.
Screw the wedding.
Forget those friends I've had for
It's
years.
York.
That
It's
is
York.
true. If someone else can move their wedding, I can move my friend's wedding. I would love to, though. I think it'd be really fun. But we'll see.
Pennsylvania's beautiful.
It is. A lot of Amish up there. Amish husband, I'm looking for you.
Oh, wow. I don't have enough of that alcohol.
Can't really.
But yes, we are hoping to do York. Me, Tony, and some friends. I believe Mike is going to go as well. I don't think we're going to do the whole 3 days, 2 days, whatever it is. I've never been to York, so I'm very excited. I am going to have to go take out a loan or get a credit card or something at the very
few
least.
loans.
Yeah. I mean, I could save up by then, but I know it ain't going to be enough. But I'm very excited. We're looking to at least hit it for one day, and we want to make a big trip out of it, make several other stops throughout the whole weekend. So we'll probably do York for one full day, and then do other places like Strasburg Railroad, other hobby shops and stuff like that. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So we do have a York trip planned. I get asked that a lot. A few of you were asking me earlier. Again, it won't be this October, but more than likely we'll be doing April. Excuse me. There's actually 2 things in Pennsylvania that I like to try and go to. I haven't been to York yet, so that's the plan. I want to get that knocked out. But I've also been up to Carlisle, Pennsylvania for the big Mopar show. Heather's been there for that. Mm-hmm. Took my own horn. The Bluesmobile won 3rd place in its class back in 2019. Yeah, I know. But that was a lot of fun. It was a blast. Yeah. And that was kind of the question this coming up year. Are we going to do Carlisle because we got the new car? Not that that's a show car, but at least drive up and have fun and experience it again.
Try to flex.
No. But that we can go up with the car and at least park it in the show field and enjoy the show. But I would much rather do York. And once Tony told me about that, I was all over it. You guys planning on doing York this October? there was quite the hysteria, it seemed like, in the hobby a few days ago when Lionel announced that they were not going. I'm not going to get in all of that. I do not believe the hobby is dying, as everybody wants to believe. Lots of nasty comments I've seen the last couple of weeks throughout the various forums, Facebook groups. The hobby's gotten so expensive. It's always been expensive in my mind.
Yeah.
Has it maybe gotten a little bit more due to inflation? Absolutely.
That's everything, though.
Yeah,
Go
I
to
mean,
the grocery store. You could say
yeah.
the same thing. That's not dying out.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm a young buck in this hobby. I mean, compared with others, I know I'm a young buck. But
I
ever
think
since
just every hobby's expensive.
Well, no,
It's-
but the reoccurring theme in O-Gauge that I've heard from day one is, oh, this hobby is dying, hobby's going away. I mean, I've been hearing that for the last 20, 30 years. The hobby's not going anywhere. Is it changing? Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Things are, changing to an extent, electronics. The hobby's not dying. I think I'm part of a reason of that. You see a lot of friends here on YouTube with a lot of channels. And that's not the only ones. We're the only ones, out here on YouTube.
For like every YouTube train channel, there's probably like 100
Exactly,
non-YouTube,
exactly.
Like, yeah.
We're just, hey, look at us, we're playing with trains.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think the hobby's dying. I don't think it's going anywhere. Maybe it's a little bit smaller than what we're told it was back in the post-war heyday. Sure, I could believe that, but I don't think it's dying or
Yeah.
anything to that extreme. And then on top of that, the other one is hobby shops dying. Yes, hobby shops.
I agree with that one.
Hobby shops are dying, so I'm very supportive of our local shop, obviously Roundhouse South.
Shout out Tony.
I love shopping at Roundhouse. I hope you guys will shop there as well. You don't have to be local. You can go shop there online, although I will say Tony has quite a bit of used stuff or secondhand market stuff in store that's not available online, so if you are local, definitely try and swing by. And Tony's a great guy. He always takes care of me. Tony's mentioned to me in the past, he gets a little nervous. He doesn't want people thinking that he's paying me or anything like that. He does not pay me. I do this all at my own free will.
Just out of love.
Yeah, I mean, for real. He doesn't realize how much I appreciate him being there. It is a journey for me. It's an hour and 45-minute haul to get to his store. But I'll happily do that because he's the only one. Yeah, I mean, him and Mike are totally worth it.
Yeah. As someone who's been to many hobby stores with Zach, I would say top tier would be Tony's, for
Absolutely.
sure.
Especially here in Florida. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
it's
nothing
really
better.
bad out here.
Elk Trains, does he ship to Illinois? Absolutely. He ships everywhere. Again, he might even be worth a phone call because not everything is online. Give him a call, see if he has something. Again, great dude. He'll take care of you. John, sorry if I murder this last name. What is it? Nippenberg? There are deals out there. You just need to know how to do some small repairs. Absolutely. One of our original videos was doing post-war repairs on one of the engines, one of the F3s in here. Absolutely. Somebody asked me, well, how do you get started in that and how do you get going on that? And again, you got to get your hands dirty. There's no better way to learn than by trying. Once you get in there, take many pictures before you get started. That way if something messes up, you got a reference picture to put it back together. But that's the best way to learn, plain and simple. There's plenty of videos out there. I got a video out there, and there's millions of other videos out there on YouTube. And the used market, absolutely.
Yes.
We've got quite a few secondhand market items. Some from Roundhouse South, some from train shows. Facebook Marketplace. I will say, though, this isn't a hobby to try and make money in. You can if you devote, all your time to it, but it's kind of like buying a car and trying to get your money back out of that. I wouldn't recommend it. I've gotten a lot of pretty decent deals on Facebook Marketplace that I thought, I'll fix this up, turn around and make a quick buck. A couple items, I was able to do that, but the majority of it, that's not going to happen.
Have the hobby for fun.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not everything has to be taken so serious.
No.
Yeah. You can just look at your trains.
Love you too, Tony. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Real Toy Trains, what's going on, man? Oh, salute. Glad to have you here. Jub asks, what's my personal favorite steam engine? Man, that's a hard one. Again, I'm not a rail fan, so I'm going to go off what we have here in the layout. Is that fair? Will you count that?
No.
No? I know.
I won't.
I mean, hell, they're all awesome. Honestly, to be honest with you, I think I'll give you the top two just because they're the newest. Is that fair? No, but no, to be real, the one that I was most excited about, and Tony was there for this one, was the Unshrouded J that we picked up earlier this year. I kid you not, my jaw was on the ground, standing there in the store after looking at this engine. Jason over at Jason Trains gave me some grief, you know. Oh, people love to say they're rare, you know, but keep popping up, and they do. Now that I have one, they show up everywhere. But seriously, after hunting for one of those Unshrouded J's for forever, and then they just have one pop into your lap out of nowhere, that was awesome. Yeah. And that's such a cool engine. That's definitely towards the top. The big boy, again, I waited on that one for 20 years. It's finally here. That's another top tier. Blow the horn. Yeah. Salute. But I think that pretty much covers everything that we had for tonight. You guys have any more questions or comments? Again, not a huge show, just hanging out, talking trains, seeing what you guys were up to. Carl loves his Class A. I can't wait. We got one coming. Thank you, Real Toy Trains. Heather brought it down. It's actually hers, but I had to steal it. Call me Ricky tonight. The Dreyfuss Hudson, yeah, that's a great one. 50-foot mechanical reefer. I've got a couple 50-foot cars, but they're kind of the odd ducklings now on the layout. We got to make smaller, some traditional cars, but then my scale cars, they get huge. My absolute favorites are the 60-foot box cars, so I try and stick with those. Lionel just recently announced in this latest catalog a couple of them. That was the one thing that I did order out of there, one of those cars. So I try and stick with those and around that sizing, because we got such big cars, the 50-footers look kind of small next to them. Is that Mickey's Model Trains? Mickey's Model Trains. Welcome aboard. How you doing? Only 16 loving trains. That's excellent. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Welcome aboard, my man. Glad to have you here. Or woman, I'm sorry. I know, you can't. I'm glad you're here, though. That's awesome. I was the same way. 16 and loving trains.
And he was even younger.
Even younger.
I was gonna say a lot of.
Did you guys? Sorry.
It's all right.
Did you guys see the news tonight on We were talking about MTH earlier. MTH just announced they're rerunning the Angus. I am definitely putting my order in. I already spoke with Tony about it. Does seem to be a little bit on the pricier side, but I'm definitely ordering one of those. How cool is that? They just announced it tonight, I think. Tony sent me the link through the phone. I'm definitely ordering one of those. Garrett's thinking of ordering some of the SD45s. Is that out of the new Lionel catalog? I did like those new Santa Fe's. Want to get a super bass unit, but after seeing Real Toy Train's video a little while back, it doesn't seem like the super bass unit is worth all the hype. I was thinking of picking up one or two of those to go with that new, what is it, DD35 that we got? Did I order the UP Patch Rio Grande? I did not. Like I say, just the boxcar.
Upper Peninsula? Union Pacific.
The Rail Chief's making his own 64 boxcar. That'll be really cool. You're going to have to keep us informed how that goes. That'd be really neat. Rick's Railroad wants more of the 89-foot auto racks. I don't have any of the, are those the Lionel? Yeah, Lionel ones. I don't have any of those. I got the MTH ones. I got the Atlas ones coming. Those will be really neat. George asked if the Angus is a steam locomotive. Yes, it is. They've run it, again, don't quote me. It's a little late in the evening, and we've had a few drinks. But they've ran it at least in P2, and I think they've done a P3 version. But it's a really cool engine. It's kind of like, what do they call it, a Camelback, but a little bit bigger steam engine. It's really, really cool. Go to MTH's website and look up the news, and it was just announced today. Like I say, they are a little bit on the pricier side, but I'm definitely going to be ordering one of those. God knows when they'll show up. I am still waiting. I ordered one of the MTH announced a few months ago the auxiliary tenders for the new big boys that came out this year. I did order one of those. Once again, we were promised an August delivery date. Here we are, September, still not here.
Drag them.
Yeah. Randy, I remember you telling me about that triplex. I'm very jealous. If we ever meet up, I want to check that thing out. You know, I tell you what, Randy, last time, I think it was October, we went up to Michigan for our buddy Jake's wedding, Jake and Margie.
Shout out, Jake.
Yeah, shout out once again, Jake. But we went to, oh my goodness, what was the name of that store? Up in Michigan. Michigan Model Train Center. No, it wasn't Michigan Model Train Center. It was
I can look at my
Michigan's
pictures.
like largest hobby shop.
It was in like South Haven?
No. It
No?
it was around Detroit, Ann Arbor.
That's like South Haven. Or Sterling Heights?
Sterling Heights. That's it. But anyway, we went there, and they had a good mix, kind of like Tony, new
Very
stuff,
cool store.
as well as pre-owned. And they were kind of a broker. You could bring in your old trains, and they would help sell them for you. Somebody in there had an old Proto Sound 2 triplex, and I was drooling. I lost my mind because I don't get to see a lot of those. I was all over it. So I went and asked one of the guys working at the store, can I check this engine out? They're mainly a Lionel store. They don't deal with a whole lot of MTH. But he took it out of the case, and we took it over to the test track, threw it on the test track, and the board was blown. It wouldn't run. It wouldn't move. I think the guy was asking, like...
Ungodly amount for
No,
that.
it wasn't. Well, that was the thing. It wasn't stupid money, but being a P2, and it was a 5-volt engine. That's what killed it. The 5-volt board finally gave out. But I think he was asking, like, $700 or $800 for it. I wasn't paying that for a doorstop. I figured if I could pick it up for a few $100, I'd definitely pick it up and have a Proto Sound 3 upgrade done, or maybe send it off to Sid on Sid's Trains here on YouTube and have him do a Legacy upgrade. That would be kind of cool.
It was Great Lakes Hobby and Train.
Yes.
Midwest's largest hobby store on Van Dyke and Half Mile.
I think that's Jason over at Jason's Trains main shop now.
It's a good store.
It is.
Yeah.
But regardless, I was trying to talk with the actual owner through the store, and he didn't want to budge on the price, so I couldn't pick it up, not running. Oh, Jungle Boy, I'm sorry to say you missed quite a bit. We've we've been on for a while, almost an hour and a half. Proto 2. Well, hey, as long as it's running, I mean, I got a few Proto 2 5-volt boards, and I'm not opposed to them, but like I say, that one was already smoked. And I wasn't going to pay, running engine prices for a non-running engine.
Colton's Trains on here.
Hey, Colton, what's going on? It's been a while. Hope you're doing good. Hope that engine from the Christmas show has been doing well. Speaking of the Christmas show, that was one thing we forgot to go over. The holidays are coming up. I am hoping, once again, we'll do the CountryBunker's Christmas giveaway.
Ooh.
Definitely got to do the smoke show contest. That was the winner.
Yeah.
People loved that. We definitely got to be doing that. Let me know what you guys would like to see for the Christmas giveaway. Again, I don't want to do we'll do a numbers drawing for the last live show. I don't know how many we're going to do. Let me know your thoughts below. No more than 3, of course, again, just as we did as last year. But I do want to try and do that again. That seemed to be a big hit.
No,
yeah.
I loved that. It was great.
Oh, I loved it. It was a blast. What else we got going on? The Train Seekers, thank you for the kind comment. I appreciate it. Well, since you're going for it, salute. Tom's Trains, yeah, I know, isn't that scary? You know what kills me? We got Christmas. Sabrina, her birthday is December 31st.
Yeah.
It's a rough time of year for me personally. I think
it literally goes like you, me, Christmas, Sabrina, and our parents. Both are in
and
January.
John is real close
Yeah.
too.
Bad month in the family.
Yeah,
Bad few months in the family.
It's definitely a busy one. It's a very expensive time of year.
Yes. Especially when his Christmas list is all trains.
Well, I did tell her, since my birthday's coming up, the big plan right now, I want to do, I need farm stuff. I
Yeah.
need tractors,
Shout out
crops,
Alice
animals. Yeah. I need all kinds of stuff for the farm scene.
I'm gonna get him some pigs. I've decided. I'm gonna look for some little
You
scale
better
pigs.
tell Sabrina, because she was already asking.
Who, you could have more than one pig? Get you a donkey.
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be lit.
I'm really excited. I've never done a farm. I've always wanted to do a farm scene. The one thing I am kind of worried about, if you guys saw recently on the channel, we got that hill built with the
Wind turbine?
the wind turbine. I still want to add a windmill to the barn scene. So we're going to have two like windmill type items in front of each other, but hey, it is what it is.
The layout's just gonna be very eco-friendly.
I guess, yeah.
Shout out Mother Earth.
Shout out. Mother Earth. Bear Hugs asked if we plan on another visit in December. At Roundhouse, that's definitely a possibility. Hey Keith, hello from Tampa. Well, hello from Jacksonville area. Glad to have you here.
Hello from Ann Arbor area.
Hey,
Hey,
our
shout
old-
out Ann Arbor.
Yeah, our old stomping grounds.
Some of us still live around there.
Yep.
Shout out Michigan.
Ah, sucker.
I'm not built for this Florida heat, so
It's not that bad.
I disagree.
We went to the beach yesterday, right? St.
Yeah.
Augustine. Well, we wanted to go to a restaurant there. Unfortunately, the restaurant just closed in August.
A week ago, yeah.
Yeah. So we decided we'll go walk downtown around the fort to check everything out. Of course, we went to the Pepper Palace, got some sauce, barbecue sauce, and hot sauce. But we walked down there looking for a restaurant. We walked all the way down to the main, the courtyard or
Like
whatnot.
downtown, yeah.
Yeah. And I had to walk all the way back up. It was like 95 degrees.
Sun, yeah.
She was not happy.
I was going through it. Hello, Zach and Heather from Rogers, Arkansas.
Arkansas.
And Columbus, Ohio. I don't know about
Welcome,
that one.
welcome. Glad to have you here. California.
Ooh.
Very nice. Welcome, welcome.
A lot of Ohio people.
Yep.
I don't
And
take
there
back
you
what I
were.
said. I don't take back
And
what I
there
said.
you were at the beginning. I do apologize for her, y'all.
Detroit, Michigan. Hey!
Oh man, howdy, howdy. Is Ripley still in St. Augustine? I believe it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's still,
yep.
we've
Yeah,
been
we
there
saw it.
once, yeah.
We did go a couple of years ago. I haven't
Yeah.
been there in a while.
Mammoth Spring, Arkansas, Massachusetts. I love the idea of Massachusetts.
Monroe, that's close enough.
Ooh. Indiana, Toledo, Ohio. Jake.
Alexander
Texas.
Thomas, I appreciate the kind words from Missouri. Thank you for tuning in and joining us tonight. I hope you guys have enjoyed this show. Virginia, welcome, welcome.
Missouri.
Yep.
Laura Ingalls, Mom and I.
Oh,
yeah.
I tell you what, we did Jake and I, when we went and picked up parts
Oh,
for
yeah,
his
you
truck.
guys went
Yeah,
to-
we went
yeah.
through Missouri.
Missouri's
Best
cool.
breakfast I ever had was in a little corner place.
I can believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was awesome.
New
Same
York.
here, Rail Chief. We got to get going as well. Like I said, I just wanted to pop in and hang out with you guys, talk some trains, and see what was going on. Vic from Ocala, very, very close. Glad to have you tuning in.
Shout out Jenny, thank you. Thanks for the special
Upriver,
gift going out.
the big red. I guess you can see it, can you? No story. We just use that as for our camper growing up.
Honestly, I think we just
I
found
think,
it.
I think you just brought it up with you. I said, all right, yeah, I'll hang it up.
I got them on. Do you have it?
Ken
in
saw.
the
Yeah,
old
we
one
do.
back
have,
there.
Yeah, we got an actual rail yard or railroad one back there, hanging by the
I
door.
got that on eBay years ago.
Yeah, that was a birthday gift at one time. George, thank you for tuning in. Our pleasure.
Minnesota.
I do see that now that you say that, Elk River. Oh well.
Next live stream.
No story. I'm sorry. We did get a lot. I did get a lot of requests for doing a live stream. It's been quite a while. Again, like I mentioned at the beginning of this live show, just a lot going on with the wedding coming up this Saturday. I do hope to get back into it. We're going on a cruise next week, so you probably won't see me again for a couple weeks. But yeah, I do want to get back in the swing of things. Hopefully we get some stuff going, because it's been a dry summer. It is what it is. It's summertime. You guys know what the deal is.
I would like to clarify, I am his sister, not his wife.
Uh-oh.
No.
Yeah, that's Heather, my sister.
We are siblings.
Sabrina is not here at the moment. But anyways, guys, we're going on an hour and a half. If you have any more comments or questions, yeah, let us know. But aside from that, we're probably going to go ahead and tune out.
How's your new ride?
The new ride's doing great. We spoke about that earlier. We're almost to the 1,500-mile break-in. We'll hit that tomorrow.
Yeah.
The Big Biscuit. Chicken strips and cinnamon rolls. I'd be all over that.
That sounds so good right now.
Yeah, it does. Hey, there's James. Thanks for running the F units. No problem. Glad you enjoyed them. Randy, the Angus does have whistle steam. That's how they're advertising it. It's going to be a cool engine. I'm super excited. That'll definitely go along with your triplex. Garrett, thank you. We'll definitely be doing it again. I know it's very few and far between we do the live shows. It's just not my my exact thing. But we're getting better at it, at least. At least I like to think.
Have to do a meet and greet again soon.
We do. Well, we are. Again, tomorrow.
I suppose.
Again, I mentioned earlier, guys, Heather and I are planning on being at the Train Club at Roundhouse South Trains at 7 p.m. in Port Orange, Florida. If you guys are in the area, make sure to venture down or venture in and check us out. Check Tony out at Roundhouse South. We'll be there. We'll say hey. That's going to start at 7 p.m., I think it is. The store is open from 9 to 5. You can go whenever. But yeah, swing on in and say hey.
That'll be fun.
All right, guys. Well, once again, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm glad you all tuned in to come BS with us and
Just
hang
vibe.
out. Absolutely. I hope you enjoyed this live show. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It would be much appreciated. But anyways, guys, until next time, my name is Zach.
I'm Heather.
And this is Country Bunkers Trains. Y'all take care. I'll see you the next go-round. And a big salute to all of you. All right, guys, you have a great night and a great rest of your week, and hopefully I'll see you in 2 weeks. Y'all take care.